Why do you not talk to your girlfriends about your marriage?
Would a queen talk to a chambermaid about the king? How would the chambermaid understand what it is that the queen is going through or has to understand? Why am I going to go get advice from somebody who has a failed marriage, who doesn't understand what it's like to be with a man like that? Number two, if I go and tell my friend how horrible Grant was about something, which there's two sides of the story, and then I'm going to go make up with Grant. But now I've told them that Grant is domineering. Grant is controlling. He only thinks about himself. They're stuck with that.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good, man. We got a woman explaining why it is imperative. Why it is imperative for women not to tell their best friends what is going on in their current relationship. Now, the same can go for men, but the only reason why I say it wouldn't even go for men is because most of the time, right? Most of the time, they're going to give logical solutions to a man's problem. Well, depending on the severity, hey, well, brother, you might want to go ahead and leave her. Hey, well, brother, you might want to try this. Whereas if a girl goes over here and go tells her best friends, man, this dude is this dude is that, this dude is this, you know, he's been doing this in a relationship. Most of your women would tell you, well, you got Tyrone down the street. He won't have that issue. You might need to leave that man because he holding you back anyway, sis. Start filling the woman's head up with a bunch of negative things that, once again, is going to hinder the woman herself. But once again, when you deal with guys, most of the time, they're going to give you logical solutions to your problem. Now, some of the guys will sit up here and say, well, hey, maybe you might need to go ahead and go smash another girl then, right? If that's the case, right? She ain't acting right, go smash another girl. And like I said, it just depends on the severity. Like, once again, if the guy, if she cheats on you, the only thing your homeboy should be telling you is, bro, you need to leave her. Bro, you need to leave her. But most of the time, right? Most of the time, guys will tell you, bro, I saw this coming a mile away. Anytime a woman cheats on a guy and the guy goes tells the best friends, most of the time, the best friend is going to say, bro, I could have pinpointed that out a long time ago. I told you this a long time ago. I told you thousands and thousands and thousands of times you should leave her. I told you thousands and thousands of times that she was messing with somebody else. So once again, a lot of guys are hip to it. Women, on the other hand, they're not going to be hip to it. They're going to tell you, once again, things that benefits them. Hey, well, you need to go ahead and leave him so you can come hang out with us. Well, you need to go ahead and leave him so you can be single just like us. So this woman breaks it down and says, man, look, you know, you should not be believing in all this hype, and you should not be telling these women or your friends the issues that you have, because when you're moved on, when you go back to your boyfriend, because at the end of the day, you still going to have to go back home to that man. When y'all decide to make up and he apologizes, or like, let's just say y'all have a big argument and she go tell her friends, and then she comes back home and they talk about it, and the guy says, you know what, I messed up, I was wrong. You know, I apologize. I shouldn't have done that. You moved on. The women are still going to be thinking about that whole situation. Women are still going to be sitting over here holding that over, you know, over her head, you know. So this is why, you know, I had to do a video on this, just because she is like, she hits it on the head, right? She hits it on the head. And it proves our point even further as to why a lot of guys do not want to date women who have tons and tons of female friends. I would tell you, it is not smart to date a woman who have tons and tons of female friends, because it breeds negative energy. It breeds negative statements. It breeds bad decisions, right? I can't tell you how many times you hear women sit over here and, you know, tell women, hey, forget this man, let's go out and go to the club tonight. And girl, ain't nothing gonna happen. Let's go ahead and go slide to the club. You go slide to the club because you want to get your mind off your man. Next thing you know, you got your mind off one man and got your mouth on another. And then you're going to want to sit over here and cry to your boyfriend, especially if he finds out, no, I didn't mean to do it, da-da-da. Your friends got to your head. Before we get into this video, guys, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.
Why do you not talk to your girlfriends about your marriage?
Would a queen talk to a chambermaid about the king? How would the chambermaid understand what it is that the queen is going through or has to understand? Why am I going to go get advice from somebody who has a failed marriage, who doesn't understand what it's like to be with a man like that? Number two, if I go and tell my friend how horrible Grant was about something, which there's two sides of the story, and then I'm going to go make up with Grant, but now I've told them.
And this is why a lot of people say, man, look, you know, don't take the person's story at face value. You always going to have to get the man's point of view. Vice versa, you're always going to have to get the woman's point of view. And generally speaking, your friends are always going to take your side, right? Now, once again, for most guys, they will always be logical. If the homeboy is in the wrong, most of the time, the guys are going to say, look, bro, I know you and your girl going back and forth, but dog, you in the wrong. Dog, you in the wrong. Men can never avoid accountability. Women can, but men can't. Men will be more inclined to hold their friend accountable because, once again, as a man, you have to be held accountable. As a man, you are held to a higher standard. As men, we are more logical. We're just going to call it for what it is. And I know some sisters are going to get upset about that. Hey, I ain't say all sisters. I ain't say all sisters are not logical. But when you look at even some of your smartest sisters, some of your smartest women, even then some of the things and some of the stuff that they do is not logical. Doesn't make any sense. All of these videos that we've done on this channel, that you see on Poor Man's Podcast, that you see on Mediocre Tutorials, a lot of these sisters claim to be smart, claim to be independent. A lot of these women claim to be smart. But when you look at some of the rhetoric, you like, this can't be the same women, man, that swear up and down that they got degrees. These can't be the same women who use their degrees and their accomplishments to prove that, or to try to prove that they're the smartest things out here.
Is domineering. Grant is controlling. He only thinks about himself. They're stuck with that. So now I've made up with my husband. I go hang out with my best friend, Susie Q. She's like, so how's Grant? Oh, is he doing the domineering thing again? Boom. I'm lit back up. Didn't even have a fight with him, but I'm lit back up. Either I'm trying to now talk to her and convince her that my husband isn't the piece of garbage that I made him out to be earlier. I'm trying to convince her of that, or I'm reignited about the upset and how he does not treat me with respect. And he does treat me like I said, and I'm always doing this for him and he doesn't do that. And then boom, now I'm home with my husband, and guess what? He does one little thing where he's like, I'm going here to do this, da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, so it's my job to take care of the kids? Oh, you just get to do whatever you want because you just think about only yourself. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I've just now picked a fight that wasn't even there because I'm all re-stimulated from this conversation that I had with this girl.
And she could not have said it any better. She could not have said it any better. And as I said before, men tend to be very, very, very logical when it comes down to situations like this. Men will hold you accountable, right? The same reason why there's been plenty of times, right, years ago, right? Hell, even sometimes now where I have conversations with my homeboys and there might be some things that I might want to leave out because I just know, innately I know he's going to try to hold me accountable for this. So I already know I'm in the wrong. Still say it anyway, just because, hey, I mean, you got to face the music. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you're part of this channel, you're going to have to face the music when you are wrong. Most of your men are going to get that because we're going to hold each other accountable. Most of your women are not, which is why you always hear women are more agreeable amongst each other. Women will sit over here and agree that, hey, man, look, you look sexy as a mug in that dress, but you will have 50 guys to tell you, no, you do not. You could be sitting over here doing all of the craziest things in the world and then go tell your friend, well, you know, my husband or my boyfriend is getting upset because of some of the things that I do. What are the girls going to say? Hey, you're your own woman. You don't need to be controlled by no man. You make your own money. Don't y'all freaking bring in the same income? So why are you sitting over here doing all of the work and he's this? Not knowing that, once again, even they're still making the same income, but hey, guess what? He still has to protect. He still has to provide. The bulk of the money that he's making is going to bills while she get to save up. But hey, for women, they can only see that, hey, he got you over here slaving, doing most of the work. Women will never find solutions for other women. The only solutions they will give them is bad advice. That's not even a solution, it's just bad advice. A woman can get worked up because you chit-chatting with a woman on Instagram, not even sexually, just, hey, how you doing? Y'all might just spark up a small conversation and keep it moving. The girl may take that all out of bounds. Go talk to her friends. What are her friends saying? Let's go to the club. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go hit up this guy. They will never give solution to at least benefit both of them. They will only give solutions to benefit just the woman. But this is something that I think we all have to understand, right? Because it can happen for guys, and I don't even think for the friends. For guys, move the friends out. I think when it comes down to family members, I think they tend to agree more with let's just say if it's the man sitting over here stating his story or whatnot, the family members will probably be more on the guy's side. Now, if you have some elders, they're gonna keep it 100 with you, whether you're in the right or whether you're in the wrong. But I wouldn't, from what I always see, family is always gonna be there. Family is always going to be there. And sometimes they're going to tell you the right things. Sometimes they're going to tell you, man, the only thing that benefits you. So that's why, it is very imperative to, once again, if you have some issues with your significant other, deal with those issues and keep it moving. No need to go to your friends, right? Now, guys, go to your friends. Go to your best friends. Hey, go to your best friends and go talk to them. For women, no need to. I rather women go talk to elders, go talk to an adult, go talk to somebody who's been there and done that, who lived long enough. And I ain't talking about these women that's, these old, these corn stars. None of these women, man, that were part of feminism in the 1960s and the 1980s who were just slinging it around, for every man to hit. No. I'm talking about your mothers, right? I'm talking about your grandmothers. I'm talking about some of your, some of the elders on the street. Ask them, talk to them, but don't go talk to your friends because they're only going to give you bad advice. But for older women, man, who you have that large age gap, women that are in their 60s and 70s, it would be smart and imperative to get information from them because they know what to do and they're not going to be biased. Your friends are going to be biased. A lot of women are very biased, right? Which is why we even have this video. A lot of women are very biased. So, and obviously this lady right here knows it because she's sitting over here telling it to you. She is telling it to you, not a man. She is telling it to you. So I don't know, right? Maybe she's a pick me. Maybe women are not going to listen to her just off the strength of her saying some pick me things, but y'all let me know down below, man. How do y'all feel about this? What do y'all think, man? Do y'all feel like she's stating facts or do y'all feel like she's just stating BS? Do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.